This is Joseph A. Layden Jr. I want to talk to you about this latest book I just published. It's called America's Elite Fighters Are U.S. Taxpayers Getting Their Money's Worth? This book is, the mission of this book is just to show you folks out there paying your hard-earned tax dollars that yes, your tax dollars are being well spent by America's elite, and not only America's elite, but all conventional units pretty much, because they put in long hours. They don't get overtime. They don't get time and a half. They don't get double time. None of that stuff. All they really get for all their long hours is maybe comp time, which means compensation time, meaning they might get a 3-day weekend here and there. Let me go over the table of contents of America's Elite, just to get your interest up on this book. Here. And I started out in the 82nd Airborne when I first enlisted in the Army, so I go over some of the events there. Okay. 82nd Airborne is based in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. It's composed of about 18 to 20,000 paratroops. Everybody, all the jobs, all MOSs, from the infantry, artillery, the people working in the mess hall, everybody, they're all on jump status. So 18 to 20,000 paratroops. Okay, and they get about 110. Last I remember, they get about $110 extra per month to be in on jump status. So I give you my experiences in the 82nd Airborne right here. Let me go over a few of them. Let me see here. I talk about my first jump. It's nothing like jump school. Jump school is pretty much sissy stuff compared to what they do in 82nd, as far as I'm concerned. And I try to get you in the real mood of you actually being in the airplane, going over, being on a jump. And it's not like you put on a parachute and jump out the door. There's a whole long process to it, to making a jump. And a lot of the jumps out of the 82nd Airborne are called mass tactical jumps, and they're done at night. 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. Or mass tacks of jumps 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And let me see here. I'm going down here. Somebody get out the crayons and color me dead. Green Berets versus 82nd Airborne paratroops. British paratroops versus 82nd Airborne paratroops. I got the rare opportunity to go to the train with the 2nd Para near Aldershot, London. Our company did, and got some really good training there. I'm glad those guys are on our side. There's some really badass guys there. The paratroops, the British paratroopers anyway. Special Ops, the Q course, Camp McCall. I got out of the service and went back in. I tried out for the Q course, which is a Special Forces qualification course. Q course is short for that. And I talk about my experiences out at Camp McCall. I know I'm going to die. Camp McCall Phase 1, 80 pack treatment, flag detail, 3 congressional investigations, blistering fast ruck marches. I saw God, not me, but some student did. Okay. Right between the eyes, they had bigger hearts. I don't want to go. Now I'm going to go into part 2 here. I try to divide it up into 4 parts here. This is not in chronological order. Okay, and I go to 82nd Airborne Division, the Q course. Cowards of Cowards, Timothy McVeigh. I talk about him. He actually tried out for the Q course. He lasted 3 days. Well, he quit on the 3rd day, I believe. Dead Ranger students, dying Ranger students, Ranger students beyond exhaustion. Those are my experiences in Ranger school, and I did nearly the impossible. Cadre bleeding to death, advanced navigation, blood, sweat, tears, and even death. This school doesn't exist. Doorbusters, no sissy SWAT stuff allowed. Snipers here, there, everywhere, and their deadly training. Killer sniper drills. This is the real stuff as I experienced it. Fake soldiers with fake combat stories, and I'll tell you how to catch them. Killer sniper drills continued. Snipers here, there, everywhere. Another special forces A-team outnumbered and outgunned. 95% of this stuff is based on my experiences, and I do reflect on other SF guys' experiences. Very few, but 95% of this stuff is based on what I've actually experienced and what I've seen and heard and stuff. America's elite fighters who were outnumbered and outgunned but never hesitated to fight and win for the United States of America. That's a true story there. I give you some stories here that nobody's ever heard of, but then again, I don't give you the names and the places and the exact dates just to protect myself, okay? But they are true stories. Panamanian Monster, true story. Massacre by Friendly Fire, true story. Here comes part 3. A-Team plans their missions, 3 missions of Special Forces, strike operations, outnumbered and outgunned. The Charlie Company A-Teams, plenty of fighting schools. Going catatonic, true story. Eyes on target, go to ship plan. Give credit where credit is not due. That's true. You hear a lot of military missions being completed, and they're given credit to the wrong people to protect the people that actually did it. That's true stuff there. 24 special operating soldiers versus 21,000 conventional soldiers. Let me see here. Here comes part 4. This is where I get off and I talk a little bit about other missions that I was not involved with. I just given my 2 bits on it, since I've been involved with that type of stuff. Then I get back to my own experiences here. 50-pound rucksack killer, that's a true story. Jump mastering in Panama, true story. That's my experiences. First jump in Panama, Task Force 160, badass helicopter pilots, the best helicopter pilots in the world. U.S. Army Air Corps, sniper data book, the Leiden-Zuring technique and target engagement. Rod shooting at bees. A guy I know, his short for his real name Rodriguez. We all named him Rod, but he's shooting at bees. And I tell you the story about that, so we don't go spazzing out on somebody having shooting off his. He was shooting an MP5K with the silencer on it. It's no big deal. That's the mentality between us and other people, other units that go apeshit if that happened to them. But you'll read the story and understand it. Here's another true story. Killer rules of engagement. This is all tied in. Somebody's watching us. Killer rules of engagement. Our own bodyguards, KGB agent, mentally that's all that stuff I just said is all tied into one story. Then I interview these 2 guys that I know, mentally disappearing into thin air, and I'll tell you where to get that true story. I set the drop zone of fire and direct fire course West Point. The first year they had female cadets. I was there training those plebes and those cadets. And my international weight loss discovery that I discovered in another country, which you got to know about, because 60-70% of Americans are overweight. And that's America's elite fighters, our taxpayers getting their money's worth. And I thought I'd give you my 2 bits on that. And it's a good book. It really is. If you have a recruit going in the military interested in special ops, whether it's Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, it doesn't matter. You got to read this book. He'll know what he's getting into. Okay? I want to thank you for your interest in this book, and I hope you get it. And I'll see you. Go ahead and check out all the other Kindle books, and I'll see you in the future because I got more Kindle books coming.